Our NEC big game today is Parramatta versus Eastern Suburbs from Belmore Sports Ground. And with only 3 matches remaining in the first round of the Winfield Cup Premiership, only 1 point separates the two teams. Parramatta on 14, East's 13. Both teams join St George, Manly, Balmain, Penrith and Canterbury in a breakaway top half of the competition, with the nearest rival being Canberra on 9 points. So it's Eastern Suburbs running from right to left. And Eric Grothe brings a roar from the crowd as he brings it back on the first occasion. Mark Laurie wearing jumper number 21. Stewart takes the second of the plays to the blind. And the kick for Cronin. Down to Dreyer. And he's taken it into touch. It'll be a scrum feed to Parramatta down on the 32-metre line, Eastern Suburbs end of the ground. Cole Dreyer, formerly of the Manly club.
That wasn't a good start for him. He's been thrown into the fullback role for Eastern Suburbs because they've got difficulties in that position, and he would have liked to have got a much better start than that for the match. It's going to be an important role he's for East, so I'm sure he'll cop plenty of bombs.
And the scrum fed by Ella, won by Parramatta, through Quinn to Cronin. Oh, Cronin took a heavy hit. Taylor came in, got it to Kenny. Kenny to Atkins. Atkins going back in ground. He's tackled 25 out. Cronin took a very big hit, quite legitimate, as far as I could tell out of the corner of one's eye. Here's Peter Wynn in the 10 jumper. One of the stars of yesterday. Quinn to Jerd. Jerd led the Eels out today, being the game ball winner from last weekend for this club. Now to Price. Stewart. 15 out. Getting towards centre ground. Quinn. Ella. Cronin. Back to Quinn. Now Kenny. Kenny spins and gets it to Taylor. There's a try on for Grothe. He's over. The big man was too powerful. When you could see that the line was open, the try was there for the taking, there was no way they were going to stop Eric Grothe. But there's an absolutely beautiful piece of rugby league involved here. It was Ella, Cronin and Kenny. What a magical combination. And then Taylor, the unsung hero of the Parramatta team, got that long ball out to Grothe, who said to Chalice goodbye. He took the fullback. And it was 4 points for Grothe and Parramatta.
There was some wonderful support play here by Parramatta. It went through a number of sets of hands with chain passing, and then the loop around by Ella. He got the ball back off Cronin, and the wonderful combination with the pass back inside to Kenny. He found Taylor back in support, and that was good play by Taylor to bob up in that gap. And then we had some bad defence by Eastern Suburbs. The ball was looped over the top to Grothe. There were 2 missed tackles. Dry was covering far too close for his line, and Grothe goes in for the 4 points.
So Grothe picks up his 3rd try in 2 days, scoring 2 yesterday, and he opens with 1 in the opening seconds of this match today. Cronin from a metre in on the 22. Hits it, looks sweet off the boot. He's just missed. Parramatta 4, Eastern Suburbs no score.
Mike Eden pulled out of the game, and Ron Quinn's come into the halfback position for Parramatta, but he's not feeding scrums. That role today has gone to Steve Ella. No doubt he's a better scrum feeder than Ron Quinn, despite the fact he's put that one in the second row, which might indicate that he is a better scrum feeder.
There's Mike Eden. It's not that funny, Michael. 10 demerits for Mike Eden. Here's the kick by Riley for touch. And get a close-up of the proximity of Riley to the lock forward and second row forwards. The next scrum that goes down. By G's playing with danger, but I suppose while you can get away with it standing offside of the scrum, you might as well persist. Next scrum, we'll have a look and see what he does. Here he is now with the ball. Out to Tobin. Gibbs was steaming onto it. Here's Tessman. Riley, McGann on his inside. Cut down by Price. Gee, Price is tackling well. Ferguson collared by Laurie around the legs. 5 gone for the blue, the red, white and blues. The bomb off the boot of McGann. Pressure for Taylor. McGann got a hand to it. Let's see which way he rules. He said it came off Parramatta. Line drop out. See it again. The NEC replay. Taylor and McGann, the 2 men contesting it. And Kevin Roberts has ruled it came off the blue and gold. I thought it may have come off the hands of McGann. But Cronin's drop kick going down. 5 metres into East area. Dreyer, big lad, taking it back. And again, the number 8 for Parramatta makes the tackle. Bell. Oh, he got around sharp. He's around Taylor. And he's a metre short. A try-saving tackle by Laurie. Tessman. Penalty to East. Penalty to East. Parramatta offside. Tessman, this was Dean Bell splicing through, and it was a beautiful tackle by Mark Laurie to stop him. Look how close he was. Riley's kick successful. Right over the grandstand at the back of the dead ball line area that Parramatta's defending. 4-2 to the Eels. Put in by Spina, same time. It's an East ball. Riley, Gibbs, Taylor cuts him down just outside the 22. I was talking about... Oh, here's Ferguson. Every time he handles it, it's an exciting moment because you realise that he's able to slip out of the narrowest of openings. Spina receiving some attention. Taylor on his haunches. He was receiving some attention at the same time. Oh, Beetson's gone to the sideline to have a look at the eye of McGann. Tobin. Some people in the crowd heckling Beetson for going to the sideline, but I see the harm he was creating. Fairly important part of the body. Taylor just inside the 22. Played back to Grothe. One of the other young giants of rugby league who played yesterday at Newcastle, but he didn't come through to see today, is Paul Mayers. And he's with Graham Hughes now.
Paul, I believe it's only a minor injury from yesterday, which should see you back on the field next weekend.
Oh, yeah. I only got a cork, so, you know, I'll be back there next weekend.
The side has started very enthusiastically today, but East have fought back strongly.
Yeah, well, we've made a few mistakes there in crucial, you know, stages, but we're playing all right. I think, you know, we should get away with the 2 points quite easy.
It looks as though the Eels' advantage is out wide in the back line.
Yeah, well, they hold them in the forwards. They're pretty even, and you know, we got a great set of backs out there with Crow and Brett and Zip, you know, and the 2 wingers.
All right, we'll sit on your prediction of a big Parramatta win through the second half.
Oh, well, you know, we'll win it. I don't know about big, but we'll win it.
Thanks, Paul.
A very confident Paul Mayers. Dave Brown has gone on and replaced Hugh McGann. And here's Taylor in from full back. He's into an opening. He flick passes and Quinn has put it down. Well, they had them opened up. Gibbs plays it for Eastern Suburbs. They go from desperate defence now back into a very good attacking position. Here's Tessman. down to Dunn and across to Hardy. Gee, I tell you what, they've got a big pack now with Brown, Tessman and Dunn. Giant of a pack there for the Roosters. Look at this man, Brown, who came on for McGahn. And Dunn has gone back to second row.
Well, that'll certainly give them the advantage in scrums if they can exert a good push, but I'm just wondering if they've got the mobility to match it with Parramatta.
Taylor into the back line. Quinn gets a good ball away for Cronin. The pass looked forward to Kenny. It wasn't, said the referee. Kenny's still going, and Cronin's crunched from behind. Another bone-jarring tackle by Gibbs. Whether they're early or late, and I mentioned it earlier, but in fairness to Gibbs, I must say, whatever he's doing, I'll tell you what, he's leaving some wounded people around, and they must be thinking a second time when they see him coming. Bell now. Doing well. It's gone across the line to the fullback Dreyer. He puts it down to Tessman, who can't handle. And that's come down from a Parramatta player, I thought, to one standing offside. Played by Sharp. Taylor. Stewart. They're standing still, the Eels. This man's not. Grothe. Grothe still going. Infield for Taylor. Further infield for Ella. And Ella's tackled 32 away.
How good a player is Eric Grothe? He took that ball from a standing start and then moved around two players to start an attacking sortie.
Wynn gets the pass away to Mark Laurie. Beautiful take by Laurie. Then he got under a tackle from Gibbs. It stunned him, though. Goodness gracious. That really shook Laurie up, that hit. Seemed to clip him under the jaw. Here's Price. Inside the corner. Grothe. Grothe is steaming for the line. Parramatta scores after sustaining sheer attacking pressure. Grothe gets his second. And Price, I'm sure, will delight in putting Grothe in for that. See it again as the ball came from Quinn to Price. He got back inside the defence, went outside, and then the big man called. And if you hear him call, you don't disobey, because when he's steaming, nobody stops him. Grothe scores his second.
It was a good ball by Quinn, this one. There were, for Eastern Suburbs, plenty of defence in the area, but none of them could make a tackle. Price hit the hole, and there were 4 or 5 Eastern Suburbs defenders, as you can see, in the vicinity, but none of them could affect the tackle. He fired the pass back to Grothe. Dreyer was coming very slowly, but it wouldn't have mattered. Grothe in this mood, no one can stop him, and he plunges in for the try.
Yeah, there it is, a Grothe special. And Cronin raises the extras, in fact. He took a Channel 10 camera with him. 10-2 Parramatta leading. There's the Parramatta total tackle, 75, as we welcome you back. Laurie topping them with 15, and the other 4 below him have made a total of 19, so that must be a worry for John Mooney. East have had to make 98. Dunn topping it on 19. It's a scrum. Here's Ella. Taylor, they've got the numbers. Oh, it's gone back inside for Ray Price to celebrate 216. There couldn't be a more worthy recipient of it. A try as he equals the first grade games played by the Big Bear Bob O'Reilly, this dual rugby international. Ray Price, I just thought Taylor had lost it. They had 3-on-1. Taylor, he went 360 degrees before he found Price, and Mr. Perpetual Motion picks up a try.
Well, how easy it is. Parramatta had the numbers out wide, but Taylor, after having run too far, got shut out. He swiveled, came back inside, and he found the ever-present Ray Price. That's great lock forward play to back up from the inside of that scrum and cross for the try.
Cronin gets it. Eels 16, Roosters 2. You're watching the NEC big game. Atkins coming outside the 10, almost to the 22. Some of the pundits said that Steve Ella had a fairly quiet game yesterday, Graham. What did you think?
Well, he certainly didn't get too many chances. It wasn't that sort of a match for backline play, Ray, but he's tried to stamp his authority on this one. I said at half-time that it was the old firm that was going to cause Eastern Suburbs all the headaches, and it was Ella and Kenny that nearly got together for that try. And just from that scrum, he's shown the selectors that he can handle the half-back position as well by running and setting that one up with Paul Taylor.
Is Ella with the ball now, reaching the 22. It's twice they tried to kick. Cronin was charged down. Now Ella's been tackled, so Cronin's fallen behind the ruck now to put this kick in. Going down to John Ferguson. The bounce of the ball. He's got it. And here he comes, Ferguson. Dreyer. Good tackle by Laurie again. Dave Brown. Tessman. Through Dunn. Spina. Tobin. Here's Tobin inside the 32. Chalice backs him up. Tackled by Laurie from behind. Ella from in front. And I think he's lost it. He has. Ella plays it. Now they spread the ball. Taylor, long pass to Wynn. Wynn tackled inside the quarter. Got it to Kenny. Kenny spared it off to Hunt. Hunt's gone into an opening. Hunt's gone to the halfway. Laurie's to dummy half. This is Sharp. Brendan Hall in jumper number 19, getting ready for Easts, together with Mansfield in 26. Here's Kenny showing it, and then he's gone through an opening, Kenny. Here comes Ella. Ella and Kenny coming down on Cold Dryer, and Steve Ella scores the try. Kevin Roberts took a tumble in the background, but the combination of Kenny and Ella have put it on. Well, that's the first real split that Kenny has shown Australian crowds since Wembley. He had a disappointing one at Brookvale, but here he was creating his own magic as he showed it and then went into a hole, and then along came his almost lifelong colleague, names that the 80s have come to know as household names, Kenny and Ella.
The golden rule in defence is that you always take the man with the ball and don't stand off and fall for a dummy, and that's exactly what happened there. The Eastern Suburbs defence held off for a moment, and that was the only opportunity that Kenny needed to make the split, and he beautifully positioned Ella here. We've seen this so many times in the past. Ella, a great support player, and he does the rest as he crosses for the 4 points.
Steve Ella, the try scorer, and Michael Cronin, the other member of the trio, picks up the extras. Parramatta 22, Eastern Suburbs 2, and Peter Wynn has left the field. Rainbow down on Belmore. I wonder what's at the end of that one.
2 points for Parramatta.
Oh, good one, Bill. Good work by East. Good ball promotion out to Glenn Leggett and cut down by Atkins. Oh, it's a bad ball to give Spina. Knocked backwards at the referee. Jeff Masterman plays it just outside the quarter. Dunn. Oh, nice ball by the young prop. Bell to play it. Spina. Gibbs. Sandwich tackle. It was Ford over the top. Underneath was Quinn. The bomb by Spina. Taylor, Kenny, up they go, and Quinn couldn't force it. It'll be a line drop out, I feel. Parramatta club asked me to well, there's the scoreline firstly, 22-2 to the Eels. Parramatta club asked me to send their best wishes to Alan Kelly and his wife, they were both injured on Friday night in a car accident, a freakish accident, and I'm sure some of their relatives and friends would pass that on from the football club. Great servant of Parramatta Junior Rugby League, Alan Kelly. Turned inside by Testman for Hall. Eight minutes to go. Riley's pass to Spina and then to Dunn, and Stan Jurt was standing back like a spare dinner, and suddenly he had a football underneath him. Here's Hunt. Laurie again. Picked up by Mansfield in 26, and the ref said it went forward. Yes, you people on the Northern Rivers. Lismore is the venue. Commonwealth Bank Cup starts it. And Manly and Cronulla finishes it. And that's on Wednesday night. And I think if you learned from the last time we were there, you've got to get there early for a good view of it. Here's Spina working the blind side with Challis. Inside Kenny. He's beaten Taylor, but Kenny came again to make the tackle. Played quickly for Spina to promote it left through Hardy, and now to Hall, and this man is Paul Dunn. He'll score. That's a pretty good try by Eastern Suburbs, let me tell you. I like the work here, particularly of the youngster who came on as a replacement, Brendan Hall. Watch how he doesn't pass too soon. He held it back and committed the defence to him, which gave Paul Dunn a hell of a lot more latitude.
This try is a good reward for Paul Dunn. He's tried hard all day for Eastern Suburbs and been one of their better players. I suppose we could put it down to some bad defence by Mick Cronin. He had to come in and make the tackle. He didn't. He held off a little bit, got an arm on Dunn, but that wasn't enough to hold him. He came through to the number 9, Sharp. He hit him short of the line, but Dunn reached out and puts the ball down.
Riley gets the extras. 22-8 then. Parramatta leading East in the dying minutes of the NEC big game for today.
This time they elected to try the air. Eastern Suburbs made the cardinal sin of letting the ball bounce. That's something you should never do. Ron Quinn fielded it, and that from there it was shut the gate. Nothing else to do but put the ball down.
Try scorer, Mark Laurie, Cronin. He's been given some pretty easy ones today. He won't take the check, that's for sure. 28-8 to Parramatta. Spina with the shallow restart. that was real cat and mouse stuff. Robert saying you've got to let it go 10. And how close it was. What a decision to have to make. Well, he's ruled that Spina dived on it before it went the 10. Cronin's kick failing to find touch. You don't see him do that often. Jim Harvey has gone on in jumper number 21 for Easts. And Gibbs is off. This is Dunn driven into the ground. Oops. Spina. That's Hall. Gets the kick in. Taylor raked it back into the field of play. Gee, I tell you what, his foot must have been close to the line. Oh, it's sweet. tackle there by Hardy. And here's Sharp going down the middle, over the halfway, met by Spina. 5 gone for the Eels. Now with Taylor. His kick goes straight to Riley. Just watching some of the tackles that Brett Kenny has attempted last week and again today, and you can almost feel him acclimatising back to the pace of Sydney football, can't you, as he's been made to miss a couple of times.
Yes, Brett's got that tendency at the moment to be reaching in Sydney football, and of course our players are so strong and so fast that if all you get your hands on them and not your shoulder, then you don't put them to the ground, whereas in English football you can generally grab a jumper, re-grab them and put them to the turf.
Here's Jerd. Quinn, Price, Kenny. Oh, beautiful ball out to Cronin. Cronin's looking for his winger. Here's Hunt. Hunt goes infield. He'll score. Beautiful pass by Kenny. Neil Hunt scores the try. Well, he mightn't have played yesterday, but if his name doesn't come out on the State of Origin side, I think there's something wrong. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if both of their names came out, Kenny and Cronin. Hunt picking up the try, but he'd be the first to tell you it was promoted beautifully inside for him. Cronin. He's got it. 34-8. Well, the siren must be just seconds away with that scoreline. 34-8. The Hardy girls. And there's the siren. It's all over. Parramatta, in the words of Bill Anderson, just too much class. 34 points to Eastern Suburbs 8. There's the scoreboard. Grothe 2 tries before damaging a knee. Price, Ella, Laurie and Hunt tries. Cronin 5 goals. And for Easts, a deserving try to Paul Dunn. Todd Riley kicked 2.